Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Monday, March 25th. Hope you're holding strong in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies. I have some very big news to share with you guys. First and foremost, this is not financial or investment advice. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. We got some updates around the Token Taxonomy Act directly from Warren Davidson, one of the congressmen behind the bill. We know the other is Darren Soto. Someone on Twitter responded to one of his tweets asking him, when can we expect the Token Taxonomy Act to be reintroduced? He said, thanks for the note. Speaking to the person who tweeted at him, the Token Taxonomy Act will be reintroduced with more bipartisan support shortly. My apologies for Mr. Nadler. This hobby is attempting to bully and, well, I think he's he mixed two tweets here together, but he said Token Taxonomy Act will be reintroduced with more bipartisan support shortly. So shortly, we don't have a hard date, but that could be in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping, most likely. But we know this bill was introduced. They got some feedback. They went back to the drawing desk, made some updates, and now they're going to reintroduce it. And you guys may have seen my video yesterday where some folks I'm in contact with are in contact with Warren Davidson's office, and he's asking for us to do some grassroots movements to help get folks the attention of different folks in Congress about the Token Taxonomy Act. So please check that video out, and it has the instructions and what you need to do. But this is a very important bill. As you know, it positions crypto and digital assets outside of the existing old 70-year-old securities laws. It will make transactions below $600 with crypto non-taxable. So there's a lot of implications here. There's much more in the bill, and fingers crossed, I'm hoping that it gets passed, and this will be ideal for a lot of the businesses that want to come and operating in the United States to do so, because we'll have clarity. So like I said, check out my video yesterday about the Token Taxonomy Act, and please help participate in this grassroots movement. Now, Japan, Yahoo-backed cryptocurrency exchange set to launch in May. So we are seeing exchanges popping up globally. We are seeing expansions from exchanges, building out of new services, raising funds, a lot of investing, a lot of money being moved in this market, guys, from an investment standpoint, a lot of building, mergers, acquisitions. So the Japanese crypto exchange Taotao, formerly BitARG, will start trading a limited range of cryptocurrencies in May. Taotao, which is 40% owned by a subsidiary of Yahoo Japan, will initially trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, with margin positions available in 3 additional cryptos: Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ripple XRP. Prospective users can already sign up for an account and participate in a promotional giveaway scheme. The plans originally came to light in March 2018, when Yahoo Japan announced it would acquire a major stake in the exchange through its subsidiary YJFX. Now, look at this, guys. We heard about this last year, and I remember talking about this, but it took a whole year till the end of March, right? Well, it's going to launch in May for this to happen, and that's why patience is so important. And you have to understand the other things that are happening in this market. You have to look at it holistically, not just price. If you're annoyed by the price and so forth, and you're moving by the emotions of price, you're gonna get wrecked, because you can't just look at that. Price is important. It's the value of your portfolio, but you have to have perspective. We are very early. We're waiting on regulatory clarity, and we are in a bear market. So we have to let the bear market cycle end. We got to let these companies and so forth set themselves up, because a lot of these big players are going to mass market this new asset class. And then also, as they get clarity, that's when they're going to start moving and marketing and operating in more countries around the globe. So big launch set here, guys, because it's backed by Yahoo. I mean, one of the major companies in the world, right? Obviously, they're not doing too well because they've been pretty much their market share has been taken away by Google, but they are still relevant. They still have a lot of capital. They still have their website. They're still, running different types of services, email, and so forth. So something to keep an eye on. Now, I wanted to follow up. I did a video about the India Supreme Court giving the Indian government a deadline, and I misspoke. I said March 25th, which was today. The deadline is actually March 29th, so this week. So we could potentially hear about the crypto regulations in India, because the Supreme Court is waiting to rule on something, and they gave the government a deadline saying, you need to get us the regulations. We need clarity. So this will be very big if they get past their crypto regulations, guys. So hopefully it's, even if they pass it, it's in favor of crypto and not something too crazy and not in favor of crypto. So moving ahead here, guys, OKEx crypto exchange is building a blockchain DEX to come soon. So decentralized exchange. So continued expansion and building, guys, the infrastructure stage. Crypto exchange OKEx said it plans to launch a decentralized exchange on its own blockchain. The Malta-based company announced Friday that its operations team has been developing a blockchain called OKChain, which will provide the underlying tech for its first decentralized exchange, OKEx. OKChain is currently at the final development stage, the company said, adding that a test network launch is expected in June. So let's see how these decentralized exchanges go. I like the idea they're testing and there's no hiccups or problems, but I think it's certainly the future that we're going to have more and more decentralized exchanges. And I know that for the big players, I should say, the whales, the institutional money, they're probably not going to want to deal with decentralized exchanges. They're going to go to those big players like your Bakkt, your RSX, your Fidelity, and so forth. But for the retail investors, I think decentralized exchanges make sense for sure. Now, leading social platform eToro acquires smart contract development company Firmo. So they call it a social network. I see more of it as an investment platform, and you guys have seen my multiple interviews with the senior market analyst at eToro, Matty Greenspan, and just recently we talked about the CEO of eToro meeting with Chris Larson of Ripple and talking about he's learning about XRP and XRapid, and you guys saw my interview. If you did see it, I asked those questions. So something's going on with eToro, and they're doing some big things here, it looks like. And we heard recently that they're expanding to 31 states within the US and beyond that once they launch in those 31 states. So it seems like they're looking to expand big time, and it says they've acquired smart contracts development company Firmo for an undisclosed amount. CEO and co-founder of eToro, Yoni Asia, is quoted in the announcement explaining that the acquisition will allow the platform to grow its offering of tokenized assets. So here's a quote: "We believe that in time, all investable assets will be tokenized, and we will see the greatest transfer of wealth ever onto the blockchain." Now, I absolutely agree with this, because we saw like DX Exchange launched digital stocks, and we've been talking on this channel about the token economy, where we're headed. Everything will be tokenized, real estate, all kinds of commodities and assets, guys, and they're going to use blockchain technology. And we see that the Ethereum platform, a lot of the tokenized stocks and things like that are ERC20 based tokens, so based on the Ethereum network. So the future is bright for this new asset class, and I've stated many times they're going to position it like the stock market. It's going to be cryptocurrencies and tokenized assets, tokenized securities, and so forth. So that is where we're headed. Hope you guys see the vision here, and we're very early, and that's why I always encourage you to look at this holistically. Look at all the moving pieces and the parts and components here. Now, TrueDigital expands distribution of its Bitcoin and Ether OTC reference rates. So OTC is over the counter. We don't see that on the exchanges, of course. That's done like, it's as if I came to your house and I gave you some cash. I gave you, let's say, $1,000, and you gave me, $1,000 worth of Ethereum, right? You transferred it to me. That is not logged anywhere. It's showing the movement of Ethereum, but it's not showing the exchange of the funds or what price I bought it at or that type of thing, right? Institutional digital assets platform TrueDigital Holdings has signed 2 new distribution deals to expand the reach of its over-the-counter OTC reference rates for Bitcoin and Ether. Announcing the news Monday, TrueDigital said that it has partnered with Kaiko, if I pronounce that correctly, provider of cryptocurrency market data, and Inca Digital Securities, a data aggregation and analytics platform for expansion. The partnership will see Kaiko and Inca offering Bitcoin and Ether OTC reference rates to their customers, including asset managers and institutions. Guys, do you see what's happening here? You're very much to the current financial markets. All of these metrics and analytics and data and big data and data mining is taking place. We saw the NASDAQ launch for like over 50 cryptocurrencies. Not the NASDAQ, ICE, the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, as well as the parent company of BACT. They launched their crypto indexes, and they did over 50. So why would they be doing that? Because this new asset class, guys, is going to be marketed, and the big money and a lot of these folks are going to need accurate data because they're going to be putting a lot of money into it. This is going to set up the infrastructure to make this market fully legitimized. And that's what's happening. You're going to see more. And that's why you're seeing ETF applications and futures and pricing data and indexes and all these things are being built out. They are going to position this market very much like the stock market, guys. That is where we're headed. Blockchain insurance consortium B3I quietly raises $16 million. So, as I mentioned, continued investments. We're just seeing so much capital and funding and VC funding and all this stuff. Investment that's happening, guys, in the bear market when there's blood on the streets, when the prices are very low. These people are not looking at the prices right now. They're looking long term. So B3I, a blockchain startup owned by some of the world's largest insurance companies, quietly raised about $16 million last month, bringing its total capital to over $22 million. According to a corporate registry filings in Switzerland, slightly more than half of the new capital came in a form of cash, and the rest coming as converted debt, according to the filings with the Swiss Commercial Register. The company did not respond for... Okay. So we're seeing, once again, another avenue of infrastructure being built out. And what is that? Insurance, right? You need security, insurance, protection. So it's all coming together, all the same financial frameworks of the current financial markets now being built in the crypto markets. It's a beautiful thing to see. We got some news here. This is interesting. Central banks see no value in issuing digital currency. The Bank of International Settlements has said, and this person, the general manager, has again warned that caution is needed when considering central bank digital currencies. Now, in a way, I don't, this could be good because we don't want central banks creating digital currencies because then it will compete with the other ones that are out in the market. Now, I if they do create their own, I still don't see the value. It's like the JPM coin. It's like Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse said. What's the point? If it's going to be a stable coin backed by the fiat, what's the point, right? Just give me fiat. So, and that's why I'm bullish on XRP, but as well as Stellar Lumens, right? Where you have these neutral tokens that can be used by different banks and so forth, and they're not controlled by any single bank, and it allows these banks to have an open market. So for example, Ripple and R3 are using XRP, and the XRP can be purchased from exchange partners in the open market. And it's not like you have to go to Ripple to get the XRP. You can buy it on the open market and send it through via XRapid. So this is interesting. I'm not going to go into too much details just to give you highlights here, but they could probably change their tone on this. But interesting statement here. Enron. Many of you know about Enron. Maybe if you're old enough, about all the stuff that went on there. This is interesting. Ex-Enron CEO leaves jail to plot possible blockchain venture. So even these guys, and while they did some shady stuff, well, at least the CEO, the fact that they recognize this emerging disruptive technology, and they're looking to get into it. This guy's like, oh, I'm out of jail. Time to go jump into this new emerging technology. And this is interesting, very interesting. And obviously, the issue that they had was a massive accounting scandal. It was really big, and some of these guys went to jail. Let's see. According to the Wall Street Journal article on Monday, citing sources familiar with the matter, Jeffrey Skilling may be planning a digital platform relating to investment in oil and the gas industry. They added that he has recently met former Enron execs as well as as specialists in cryptocurrency, blockchain, and software development regarding the project. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. But I hope this, once again, I don't, these guys did what they had to do. They got fined, they went to jail, but they're not dummies. Sure, they tried to, kind of work the system to make more money and hide certain things. But this was a well-established company, and they're not dummies, like I said, and they recognize what's happening here in this new emerging technology. Now, finally, some bad news for Bitcoin Cash, and I like that because you guys know how I feel about Bitcoin Cash. A sad joke. Bitcoin Cash's lead coder quits Bitcoin Unlimited project. So I'm just gonna show you the headline because I don't even need to go further. You guys, and once again, Bitcoin Cash is a joke. It's a fake, and we see what that has yielded us. Roger Ver and fake Toshi, Mr. Craig Wright himself. So you got these clowns behind this project, and Bitcoin Cash, I don't care for it. I'm about Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin, I hold XRP, I hold Stellar Lumens, I hold Litecoin, Ethereum. I personally diversify, but Bitcoin Cash, I don't. What do you guys think? I hope we get the Token Taxonomy Act introduced very soon, and we get that passed. And also, please participate in the grassroots movement.